All right. So um, now I know that when we last spoke earlier today, you were we were talking about 2019. We were talking about a weekly schedule. We were talking about and like 1 to 3 things outside of Vector that you want to accomplish or do for yourself in 2019. So where do you want to start?
I
What
wrote
what,
all that down. So
what do you say?
I wrote all that down.
Okay. So do you well like what so out of those 3 things, since we have about 40 minutes here, what do you think is the most important for you right now to get done? That's going to give you like where do you want to begin the call?
How to finish out the rest of this year strong.
Okay. So your goal for that for the rest of the year was 30K, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So if we were to do 30K,
What technically when does the contest end for the
it
silver?
depends on it ends, I believe. Yep, it ends the Christmas night.
Christmas night.
Yeah. So that is the end. So that means that we have how many weeks? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. So it's about 5K a week. But the week of Christmas, you could probably put together 5K, but I would probably say you're probably going to somewhere like 2 to 3 if you're diligent, just because like 1, mindset, 2, it's Christmas. But people will be, if you're really nailing the email game, people will get some last minute gifts. We got Thanksgiving next week. So if we were to look at like a calendar for November, uh, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And then December 1. Okay, so if we were to just take a snapshot here, do you have something that looks like this, except it's like boxes, right?
Yeah.
Like you probably, well, you said you had a paper calendar, right? This is just a paper calendar. I just wrote in the dates. Yeah, okay. So we got Thanksgiving next Thursday, right? So that's important to write in. So what's your game plan to manage Thanksgiving?
I don't know. I don't have a game plan to manage Thanksgiving.
Okay. Well, you got Thanksgiving and then you have Black Friday. So, realistically, what you want to be thinking about, this is like for as a business owner, right? This, for me, 4th of July is, and same for you, right? It impacts sales. And the reason it impacts sales is because, what the people are barbecuing and they're not necessarily super focused on buying something right now and all these other things, right? It's also a holiday. I want to take time off. You want to take time off. It's Thanksgiving. You don't want to be out. You're not going to be out doing demos at 4 o'clock on that Thursday.
Right.
So it impacts because it impacts sales in a different way. So, we had the week is from the 21st to the 26th. I'm sorry, the 20th to the 26th. So what can you either do before Thanksgiving or have set up directly after Thanksgiving? Like if you were going to sell, if you were going to sell $5,000 around Thanksgiving, how would you do it?
So I probably pack out my Tuesday. I don't know. I don't even remember like Thanksgiving selling Cutco on Thanksgiving last year. I don't even know if I did. I didn't, right? Yeah, I don't even know how it is. 'Cause I feel like people do stuff like before Thanksgiving, especially like going out and stuff.
Well, that's only Wednesday night. Wednesday night is the most popular night to be drunk because there isn't a single person that's working on Thanksgiving.
Okay, so I always love to end my week strong on packing out my Monday. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and do 6 demos on Monday.
Monday the 19th or Monday the 26th?
26th. On that weekend, right?
Yeah, so that would be 6 demos.
I'm gonna start talking about Black Friday sales.
Probably start now.
Yeah, because Black Friday's on the 23rd. Is that a good day to do demos? Do people get a lot of
Black Friday?
Yeah. I think that's a good day to do demos. Sale day.
I know people can do it. I know people that have sold on Black Friday.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you're bringing shopping to their house. Why not? Right?
Sure.
I would think that'd be a good day. I mean, I don't know. I guess it also depends, but
well, you're just spouting ideas right now. You know, at this point, you don't know what's actually going to work, right? Because you have never experienced it. Now, I know that you can do it. I know that I have some reps that, are planning on doing demos on the Saturday.
Right. So here's my thing, because when I was doing consistently 10 to 13 demonstrations a week, I was landing anywhere between 5 to 7K a week. So like now until Christmas night, my goal is to book anywhere between 10 to 13 demonstrations a week.
Okay.
That if anything, I'll fall short on 5K.
So if you want, but see, was it that you were booking 10 to 13 presentations or you were completing 10 to 13 presentations?
I would book like 13 and probably complete like 9 or 10. And I would land up like 5K on the week.
Okay. So then that's the number I want you to focus on then, is booking 13. Because, you got to make sure that, you're going to have a higher rate of cancellations in December than you will at any other time of the year. You remember that.
I agree, yeah. How did I sell 18K last December?
Because it mattered.
Yeah, like that. Well, that's when my dog was getting that surgery, and I was like,
you're like, in your mind, you didn't have a choice. That is the only thing, Cassie, that whenever you ever felt like I just don't have a choice and I'm that committed to it, I mean, you burn the boats and you burn the bridges and you just get it done. Right? You've never not gotten it done when you were 100% committed.
Yeah.
So, what I would do, right? Justin Ludwig gave you the tip is, also after we do this exercise, because it's one thing to make a plan, it's another thing to be committed to it. After we do this exercise, is take some time, tomorrow, put it in your schedule, give yourself don't turn your business off to do this, because it's only going to help your business. So don't close up shop to do a 25-minute exercise, and don't get lost in paralysis of analysis, but just start giving yourself all the reasons why you have to hit it. Like, why is it important for Cassie to hit it? What is it going to do, financially? What is it going to do respect-wise in the region? What is it going to do for your self-confidence? And here's the cool part, is that even if you don't win, and I have to say this because I can't have you, riding your career on this. Even if you don't win the Silver Cup, it's not even about the cup as much as it is about, like, who is Cassie going to become in the process of trying to win it? Because you probably remember me last February and January, where after we won the cup, like, I was this lost puppy. because it felt like my value was predicated on the fact that I won a silver cup. And I was so like lost. And that's why I asked you, hey, have you thought about a goal for 2019? Because here's the deal. The moment you win or don't win the silver cup, that moment lasts about 20 minutes. That's it. It lasts fucking 20 minutes. Like the elation goes away or the despair will go away. So if we're not thinking about 2019, it's very easy to lose 2 months like I did. And by the way, those 2 months cost me a silver cup this year. Because if I would have been as engaged in recruiting and sales as I was in January as I was in December, and February as I was in December, we would be up by like 30 or 40K right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it costed you the silver cup because, we still have a chance to win it. But
well, yeah, it didn't cost me a silver cup, but it definitely made my life a lot harder to win one. So I'm sharing this with you because like where you are right now is exactly where we were last year. And I don't want you to lose 60 days. I'm more concerned about your 2019 than I am about you winning a silver cup. I want you to win. I want to be standing right there fucking next to you. I'm going to buy you that bottle of Dom P. And we're going to fucking chug out of that cup.
You know what irritates me so bad, though? It's like, I feel like I just started fucking caring about this silver cup.
Well, it's because the deadline's here.
Yeah, but like, all I kept doing was just selling day to day, week by week, and just constantly checking the report. Constantly checking the report to see if I was still in first place. Like, I just, like, up until this conference in Olean, and everyone was coming up to me saying, they were like, oh, you're on the run, like, you're still in first place, like, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, man, if I fucking lose this now, like, I'm literally gonna shit the bed for, like, months after it. I was like, I can't lose it. Like, I'm pissed at myself for not caring too much up until this point.
Yeah, but so we got a choice there, right? All right, so we're either going to kick ourselves for not taking it more seriously, or are we just going to remind the vector world who Cassie fucking Schuster is? Because like this girl is going 100% right now. This Kelsey Anchorage, Alaska chick. She's at 100% full steam ahead. You haven't been 100% full steam ahead in a year. Maybe like 1 or 2 weeks in January and February, but like, when's the last time you were like?
January, I was not 100% at all because it was the first month it was the biggest month I had in December. I was like, wow, that was awesome. Remember I sold 2K in January?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, I remember that because I was trying to get to 100 and you were like, yeah, I think I'm going to go to Miami. And I was like, sick.
Yeah, I would say.
Like, great. All right, you have fun. I'll be over here dying. But anyway, right? So, but that's the thing, right? Is you've been beating this girl at like 50% of your capacity. So just fucking put the foot down, lay down the law a little bit, and win the fucking silver cup. You'd be all right. No worries. But it's not so. But that's the thing. Another one of my purposes for this call was to kind of get you not to base your value as a human being on that fucking silver cup. Because the amount of district managers that have won a silver cup in that fucking office, or in Olean, by the way, is 3, 2 or 4. 3 of them are division managers, and the only district who's ever won a silver cup is me. So if you think you're letting anyone down, you're letting fucking no one down. If you don't win the silver cup. What's up?
So besides myself, I just don't want to have that factor in my head that like it's okay if you don't win. Like I just don't want to even think about that.
It's not that it's okay if you don't win, because it's not. Like you can't look at it like, oh well, whatever. But it's not the most important thing. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Right. It's
important, but it's not the most important. The most important thing is, what are your habits? What are your disciplines? Who are you becoming? How is Cassie building her business? Is she waking up at the times that she said she was going to wake up? Because if you give it 100%, if you lay it all on the line and you don't win, your self-esteem will not be affected. The only time your self-esteem would be affected is if you knew that you took shortcuts. Mm-hmm. If you knew that you cut corners. If you don't cut corners and you don't win, then hey, she just bested you. But if you don't win because you cut corners, you're gonna be like, I'm fucking better than her, and then you're gonna have like this weird self-esteem where you're gonna be like, I know I could have. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the real mission of the Silver Cup is for Cassie to not cut corners. That's it. It's to phone when you said you were gonna phone. Right? Mm. And see, the fucked up part is like, that's the hardest thing. You selling 30K is not hard. I mean, fuck, you've done it how many times? The hard part is just getting yourself to do it. Yeah. Yeah, being a human sucks.
I was just thinking this too. Like, I know when I was talking to you before in the car, of back then to like where I am now, of complaining about not doing well in my demos or not thinking that I was good at my demos and not selling or having like those weeks with no sales. And now it's like I'll sell on almost like 9 out of 10 of my demos, but it's the part where I'm like, I can't get myself to do fucking shit now.
Well, I think what needs to happen, is you need to remind yourself, like, the only reason that you feel like you're not, like, there's no fire underneath your ass, I heard you use that phrase before. The only reason that you think that you don't have a fire underneath your ass is because you're comparing yourself to you last year and your financial situation last year. Mm. You're not comparing yourself to the financial situation that you want to be in 5 years from now. You're not comparing yourself into the level of influence within the company that you want to have a year from now. Yeah, I agree with that. And the only reason we ever rest on our laurels is because we say, well, I mean, just last year I had $800 in my bank account and now I got 28,000. I'm fucking great. Yeah, but you told me that in 5 years you want to invest 100. So if you want to invest 100, you only got 28. You got a long fucking way to go there, champ. So stop comparing yourself to last year and start comparing yourself to the Cassie that you want to be a year from now. Next Thanksgiving, do you want to be in second place or first place? Do you want to be at $200? Do you want to be at $150,000 in sales or $250,000 in sales? Mm-hmm. Do you want to be looking forward to year-end banquet to get a fucking silver cup or a Rolex? Mm-hmm. So that's where you're going to get your fire back. Because when you were at your best, you were thinking about the Cassie that how you wanted to feel, not about what you were trying to avoid. Yes, you were trying to avoid not being able to pay for this thing. And that was the negative motivation. But you were crystal clear on like, fucking, I'm going to pay for this. I'm going to get myself in my own apartment, doing my thing. So that's why I'm talking to you about 2019. Right? So I think you got a pretty good idea. Monday after Thanksgiving, 6 demos. I think you got to think about how you're going to phone leading into Thanksgiving. So that way you have demos right after Thanksgiving. I don't think anybody, you probably shouldn't be making phone calls after Thanksgiving.
No? I'm
like yes, but like maintenance phoning, not creation phoning.
Yeah.
I would have a creation phone jam on the 25th. And I would shoot your sales target, right? Probably say about 3K, 4K.
The next week? The following week?
No, the Thanksgiving week. You sell 3K around Thanksgiving, you're doing it right.
I think what I'm going to make it a little easier on myself is the demonstrations I do, from Thanksgiving week. I'm going to try and book like 1 or 2 demonstrations leaving each demonstration. Like having that person call that one person to see if they can get me in.
Yeah, leapfrog. Yeah, just get real efficient.
Right. Instead of just like, doing 3 demos in a day, coming home, typing out my orders, and then trying to phone at night. Like literally demo, sale. All right, out of that list, like who's the 5 people you can call right now? Maybe book 2 of them or whatever the next day or the same day.
Yeah, just get other people to book your shit for you.
That's what I'm gonna do. Seriously, that's what I'm trying to say. Because if I could just sit there and have each person call somebody off that list and book me another demo, I don't have to be worrying about coming home, eating, shoving my face with food after not eating a whole entire day, doing 3, 4 demos, and then trying to phone and book demos the day after Thanksgiving, or on that Saturday after Thanksgiving, or that Monday after Thanksgiving. But I'm still gonna try and book. I'm still gonna book like 10. 6 Monday. I could book 10.
If you did 2 on the Saturday, 2 on the Sunday, 6 on the Monday.
Tuesday. I got the 20th.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I want to pack out my Tuesday, pack out my Monday, maybe do like 2 on Saturday.
There you go. And then enjoy your week with your family. Recharge. All right. Now, what we did right there, you got to plug in, like, are you coming to, are you coming to certain family events or going to certain family events, that you need to put in your schedule. For the rest of the year, I want you, you want to do personal stuff first. Then personal stuff first. Then when are you phoning? How many demos are you going to create? Well, personal stuff, gym, right? That stuff, Make sure you're going to the gym. You got to take care of your energy. Are you gonna meal prep? When are you gonna do your meal prep? Put all that stuff in first, then put your demos around that. Because if you're giving yourself energy each week, it's gonna be really hard for you to not hit your goal. What makes it hard is when you sacrifice your health and your body and your energy to hit a goal, and then you resent the business. You fucking cut go, man. It makes me fat. That's what I used to do for years. It's like fucking being a district manager made me fat. Now I'm selling $300,000, $400,000 more, and I'm like halfway to a 6-pack. Just because like I stopped putting my work before my health. So make sure you're doing that kind of stuff. Okay. Make it strategic. Don't go to the gym at 3:00 in the afternoon when you could be doing a demo. But be smart about it. So that's the weekly planning stuff. I got about 10 minutes more with you. So I definitely want to hit on 2019. So, with 2019, what were those 3 things, or 1 to 3 things, that you were excited about accomplishing?
Cutco or outside? Cutco first.
Non-vector first. Non-vector first.
Non-vector first. I wrote down 6.
Like that. Good.
Traveling a fuck ton more. So I want to go to Hawaii. I want to visit Lexi. I want to go to Ireland, and I want to go to Florida.
Hawaii, Ireland, Florida. Good.
I want to be out of this town completely. Move out completely.
Okay. Where do you want to move?
Either Philadelphia, Florida, or California. 3 completely different. I want to buy a bike. Motorcycle.
Okay.
I want to get a sleeve.
Okay.
I'm going to lose 20 pounds and be fit as fuck.
Okay.
Adopt another dog.
Okay. Is that all 6?
No, I have one more, but like I don't really consider it a goal. It's just it's just something I've always wanted before I was 26. But like, I'm obviously, we're not going to make that a goal. That's not a goal.
Okay. If you don't want to share it, that's fine.
But yeah, that's the main ones right there.
All right, cool. So, so now what you need to do, okay, I kind of give you some tips here on 2019, right, is all those things, you got to give yourself a deadline. Now, move to Philly, Florida, California, is that I'm going to finish out the year and then go, or that's like in September I'm going to move?
Yes, that's like I want to move. That's like probably the first thing I want to do.
Okay. So if the first thing you want to do is move to Philadelphia, Florida, California, that's a very big decision, right? And you'd probably need to go apartment shopping, and you need to decide first which one, and you need to go where in that area am I going to look, and then the next question you ask yourself is this: what's up?
So we're not going to make that the first one.
Well,
Actually,
what I'm saying is,
I've been looking in Philadelphia though.
Well, you just got to ask yourself, like, all right, what am I? How am I going to move? How am I going to make my Cutco business work?
Right.
Like, if you want to move, the easiest way to move, get on the show team, because they do shows. Yeah, get on the show team. They have shows everywhere. Even if it requires you to drive, those 2-hour drives or whatever, those hour-and-a-half drives are going to be 100% more worth it if you're going to move. Now, if that's the case, Cass, and you want to move and you want to get on a show team, obviously I want you on the New Jersey one. I think the New Jersey one is the best show team. But admittedly, you will have more opportunity in the Pennsylvania show team. Okay? Now, Brandon won't tell you that. Brandon will tell you Pennsylvania show team sucks.
Mm.
They're not that good. You don't want to be around them. You want to be with us, blah, blah, blah. I think that if you are going to be moving to Philly and going to be moving or Jersey again, and you're going to be sticking local to the area, then it would be worth your time to be on the show team. And it still might be more worth your time, but that's something that we're going to need to discuss at a different level, like what show team you're going to have to go to. Okay. But that's the biggest thing for that one. The sleeve of tattoos, that's easy. Find a tattoo artist that you like and schedule and call them and schedule the appointments. Okay. Get them, if you want to sleeve a tattoo, it's probably going to take 4 or 5 appointments. About a month in between, 4-hour sessions, you'll be all right. Adopt another dog, pick a date for that one. When do you want to get that done? When do you want to lose 20 pounds by? Do you want to do that in the first quarter of the year? You want to get that done by April 1st? Cool. When are you going to go to Florida? When are you going to go to Ireland? When are you going to go to Hawaii? You got to put some dates on this, right?
Yeah.
So get some dates on that. That sounds like a fucking awesome year.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want you to imagine January 3rd, 2020. You're laying down in your bed in California. You got Bella sleeping on your fucking face and Tito over there in the corner humping a giraffe.
Tito.
You feel great because your health's in the best place it's ever been. You got a motorcycle and you got a 6-pack. You got a motorcycle and a car in the garage.
Motorcycle, all black helmet, all black leather, long black hair.
Cool. Looking like a fucking villain out of a Rush Hour movie. Right? Cool. And then there you go. You got Hawaii. You travel to Hawaii, Ireland, Florida, and now you live in California. So there it is. So these are things that you need to put dates on. For me, like I always print out like paper monthly ones, paper monthly calendars. Print them out. Or flip through your passion plan or whatever, put down the dates. I always like visuals, and then these 6 things, get them on a piece of paper or get them on a dream board or whatever, get some photos, put the date next to it. That's the most important thing. Got to get the date there, because if you don't have a date of completion, you cannot create a plan to do it. This is why so many people don't do shit with their life. Right? Now, I'm really hoping that you stay in Philadelphia, but if you do end up moving to California or Florida, I'll be really sad to see you go. But if I can help you get to your place where your dream state, your dream apartment, living your dream life, let's fucking do it. I'd be fired up about that. Okay? So, get a date, figure out, all that stuff. Now, here's the cool thing, okay? This doesn't mean you take the next 2 days off to plan out 2019. Okay? Because here's what I know about you. You're going to get more excited about planning than you are going to be about making phone calls. And then all of a sudden it's going to be Monday. And you're going to be like, fuck, I sold $300 this week. Right? So in your weekly plan for the next 6 weeks, I want you to block off 3 hours a week. Could be all at once. Could be in 3 different bite sizes. I would probably do the 3 hours all at once. Okay? Do it before your biggest phone jam. This is probably a Sunday thing, since you don't really work on Sundays. And plan out your 2019 that way. Do it in bite-sized pieces. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, what are the 3 things you want to get done in Vector? So I heard show team, right?
So, yeah, I'll tell you what I had done. I want to, for next year, I want to sell 300K.
Okay.
I have, is it 100K realtor. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I just don't know anything about that yet. So it might be setting too big of a goal for that program.
Who knows?
Just do 300 total.
Well, I was going to ask you, my next question was the breakdown. So you were headed in the right direction.
I know. Well, I want to win a Rolex. That's $250. But I don't know if those contests, they're completely different, I think, when you're CGC, right? Yeah. Fucking Natasha told me that at Good Times.
If you sell something for CGC, it counts towards your total CPO for the year.
Well, because I told her...
It won't count towards your silver cup, but it'll count towards the Rolex.
I'm pretty sure they're completely different standings. That's what Natasha said.
The silver cup. Rolex is total CPO.
Okay.
But for a silver cup, you're going to have a CGC silver cup and you're going to have a rep silver cup.
Okay. 200 100 realtor.
Okay. Okay, so to create the 100 realtor, you need to figure out, you need to call Alicia for that one.
See, I want to, but she's still working with Lindsay.
She won't say anything.
She's so pissed she's working with Lindsay.
What?
She's so pissed she's with Lindsay.
Yeah.
Again, out in Oli, and she's like, I'm so happy you didn't join her team.
So how would the 200 break down? When would you get that done by? Like, what would your summer look like?
Oh, I want to sell 100K in the summer.
100 grand summer? Okay. And then what, 50K spring?
If I'm going to do fair and trade shows, how does that tie in? Like, is that different CPO wise or?
No. No. But if you want to do $100,000 summer, it's going to be easier if you have a fair and show. It'll also be much easier to sell. You could sell, like when you do trade shows and malls and stuff, it's a lot easier to sell like 75 to 100 in the fall. So I think your best bet is going to be like, all right, let me sell, 50K in the spring, January through April, keep maintaining momentum, jump up to 100. Like folks use the spring to get on the show team, get training done, get your kit going, understand the business model, schedule your own shows, work some shows. And then in the summer, you're on the show team and you're good to go. And then we can work on your summer game plan during the spring campaign. Hang on, I have to use the little boys' room real fast. All right. So I would say let's do. All right. We're going to need to it's going to start on the 23rd. So 1, 2, 3. So if you could write these dates down. Ready?
Ready.
All right. April 2nd, you want to have every hour mapped out for your summer. When all your phone jams are, when you plan on doing your demos, what days you're taking off, when are you going to the gym, everything. So this is going to go into your 2019 yearly plan.
Why April 2nd?
Because it's 3 weeks before the summer starts. You don't want to plan your summer in the summer. Okay? Now we're going to go 3 weeks back from that, right? So that would be March 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, by March 5th, you want to have all of your targets for each week. And like SC2, SC1, COC. You want to have all those big, like the bigger targets figured out. How much you want to sell each week. That stuff. Because what that'll force you to do is that'll force you to predict and anticipate. Your biggest advantage, Cass, is anticipation. If you can anticipate what weeks are going to be tough because of like a personal life thing and it's 4th of July, you want to have that figured out. So that way you're not getting anxiety about the 4th of July on June 20th. You're like, fuck, I need to figure out my game plan. You want to have that shit down, right? The other date I want you to write down would be, that was March 5th, right? I gave you?
Yeah.
By February 5th, okay? By February 5th, you want to have all of your personal dates and everything like that planned for going through the summer. You could even do the year. But like, what week are you taking off, for vacation? Please don't make it during SC1 and SC2. When are you going to Florida for a weekend? When are you going to do a fishing day with dad? When are you, like the big things? You got to plan your personal life, the shit that's going to keep you happy. Because summer's hard, because you want to do everything and you also want to make a fuck ton of money. So putting it all in perspective early on is going to be the best thing for you. Okay. So that's part of your 2019. So where we're at right now is we want to figure out definitive dates for your 6 major moves of 2019. We are at, we got your planning dates and things like that, and we're at making a weekly schedule. How are we feeling about everything today?
Everything as in what?
Like everything we talked about. How are you feeling?
Good.
Feel good?
Like the main one that's on my mind is finishing out this year and getting the cup.
Yeah. So here's what I would do, right? You already have your game plan for today, which is important. You got your game plan for today. Finish out your game plan strong. And then also set aside some time in the next 48 hours. You only need about, you can give yourself 90 minutes to 2 hours to finalize every hour for the next 6 weeks. Okay?
Every hour. Damn.
Make your weekly schedule. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just want to get it to the point. Here we go. We're coming back. All right. So you just want to get it to the point where you're making audibles. You're not making plans. Because you're always going to have to audible. Mm-hmm. But like you want to predict as many audibles as possible. Mm-hmm. So that way you're not caught off guard. Because you only get emotional when things aren't going the way that we thought they were going to go.
Right.
And if we're like, oh yeah, on December 8th, I have this going on, and you have it mapped out 3 weeks in advance, you can work up to it. And it's not this, super anxious thing. It's just, it is what it is. And you're going to maneuver around it. This right here, this call, this is thinking like a business owner. Mm-hmm. It's probably the best call we've had in a long time. Ever since that one where I reverse engineered hiring somebody. But this is executive level planning. Okay. So put in your weekly schedule. The things that are the rest of to plan out the rest of the month. And you'll be good from there. It's also 3:11, so I know you have somewhere to be with your dad. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to let you go because you know me, I can just keep talking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, cool. The last thing I had written down too for Cutco is...
Oh, you had something else. I'm sorry I didn't ask. Yeah.
No, it's all good. But I want to have a 2-man team doing all my emails and service calls and stuff for me. I want to have that completely just ready to go in 2019. Not ready to go for 2000, you
wanted it ready to go for 2020.
Right. Yeah.
You want to have systems in place. Yeah, I love it. So we're going to have to get you coaching on that because I've never done it for a it makes sense for me logically. I know what I would do. But if there's somebody who's figured that out, then let's just figure out who knows what the hell they're doing, and then they just tell you exactly what to do versus the general understanding.
Right. Okay. Cool beans.
All right, Chica. So do your thing. Keep in touch and let me know if you have any follow-up questions or anything like that. Okay.
Cool. Yeah. Send me these recordings too.
Yeah, I'll send them over to you.
Sounds good.
Also, do I have your permission to put them on YouTube? I'll cut out the sensitive stuff, like that comment right there.
You want to put them on YouTube?
Yeah, I want to put them on because I want people I want my future top reps to be able to go back and listen to this. This was a really good talk.
Okay.